I wanted to hear.
Yo, what's up? This your boy, Mr. Dre. We are live in the building with my boy, DJ Sure Enough.
Always.
Ready to do his thing.
Yes, sir.
And you see our guest is in the building, my man Malik Turnage. And I do apologize. I know it starts with a J.
Jeff Joes.
Okay. Jeff Joes?
Jeff Joes.
Okay. You know, you're okay. Double J is in the house.
Double J.
That's what we're gonna rock out. Okay. I only heard the name one time, so 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 real quick, I gotta shout out my boy. King is in the building. He's chilling. Bam Auto 2. He wants to see what Dre's house is about.
Oh, he about to see.
He about to see.
All
right. He supposed to be back, but he ain't going nowhere.
That's right.
There you go. That's what we do at Dre's house. Check us out on www.strongisland.tv or check out our live stream on Periscope.
Periscope, not Perry, but Periscope.
Or look at DJ Sure Enough, James Perkins, or Andre Woodard Facebook, and you'll see the live feed of Periscope on our page.
And I'm about to share Periscope to the page, so
and people are tuning in already. So that's what I'm talking about.
That's right.
So we looking at what we looking about 5,000-6,000.
Oh man, don't get me to count. But we number one though.
There we go. That's
number
all that
one
matters.
Internet radio show.
So real quick, we're gonna let my man DJ Sure Enough rock out, and then we're gonna kick back and enjoy him. So we'll be back with our guest, Malik Turnage, Double J. That's what we rocking on. I get it when we come back off break. I get his name right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, DJ Sure Enough, do your thing, bro.
Once again, it's DJ Sure Enough, Dre's House TV, Wednesday nights and Friday nights, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Yeah, I said it. Number one internet radio show. I'm going to show y'all how Long Island do it in the summer. Let's go. Long Island, where you at? It's your boy DJ Sure Enough. Dre's House TV, Wednesday nights, Friday nights, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Let me hear y'all. Let's go, Long Island. Number one internet radio show. Turn up, brothers. Let's go.
See, I was resting at the park, minding my own. Business as I kick up the treble tone. On my radio tape, play a box right. Just loud enough so folks can hear us hype scene. Out of nowhere, comes a woman I'm dating. Investigation, maybe she was demonstrating, but nevertheless I was pleased. My day was going great and my soul was at ease until a group of brothers started bugging out. Going disrespecting my black queen. Holding their crosses and being obscene. At first I ignored them, cause see I know the type. They got drunk, they got guns, and yes they wanna fight. And they see a young couple having a time that's good. And the egos wanna test the brother's manhood. So they came to test speech cause of my heritage and the loud bright colors that I wear. I was a target cause I'm a fashion misfit. And the outfit that I'm wearing, brothers dissing it. While I stay calm, leave me be. But the split parts of my date's anatomy. My lord, your brothers have to drill me. Cause if I stop to hit this man, they'll have to kill me. You see,
That's how we do, Strong Island. Oh, DJ Sure Enough.
You got Big Daddy Kane in the house.
Nothing but classics.
Juice Crew in the house.
That's right.
That's right.
Queens in the house.
Hey, my name is
DJ Sure Enough.
We gonna rock a little something like this. 1, 2. What you gonna do? I say yes, yes, y'all. Till the beat all. Party having people guaranteed to be like having a ball. Hey, we gonna do a little something like this, I say. I'm the rap promoter. I start to motor. Talk from New York to South Dakota. ginger ale or root beer soda. Never get the girls with the underarm motor. Put me on water, I'm a good floater. When I run for pres, you better be a voter. Once knew a girl by the name of Rhoda. I watched Star Wars just to see Yoda. Or R2-D2 driving down the beach. When I buy Franks, I make sure they're Hebrew. When I'm entertained and love to treat you, love to see a girl in a night that's see-through. Take her to the crib, turn on the beta. Watch a good flick by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Maybe Commando or the Terminator. Peace party people, haha, see you later, Big Daddy. My man, my mellow, get on the mic, cause you know you eat.
Peace is marching. Peace is marching.
Hard-working
Peace is marching.
Mr. Dynamite.
Peace is marching.
Mr. Dynamite.
So fresh. Peace is marching.
Yallin'. Yes, yallin'. To the like beatin'. You can either dance or just. Yes, yallin'. To the like beatin'. You can either dance or just have a seat and listen to the weigh-in. What I am displaying, a different kind of rapper language that I am saying. To all the party people that exorbitant for info. When it come to rockin' parties, I am a nympho. Maniac, brainiac for doing my dancing. My record make the music will put you in a trance and hypnotize your body and like it with cardigan. You won't be fighting the illin', you just be partying down with the funky sound with yours.
Everybody on that Facebook page, share that for me.
Hey, I'm with the E and I came to have fun and not be number one and just here to let you know who's like running the place and everywhere that I perform and do a show. As long as you know that.
Nobody beats me. I'm hot.
Where all my Def Squad people at? Let's go.
I'm hot.
Eat Sermon. Tone Capone. Strong guy, where you at?
I'm hot.
Open the door, feel the breeze, and park that ass like AJ's and Freeze. But this section's ease behind the rope. If you're not with me, freeze, back the hell up.
I'm hot.
DJs know what time it is. Be Capri, Flex S, Clue or Biz. It is off the lid, spots type crazy. Cats up in here with more bling than baby. I'm not ice rocking, crystal popping. The type to rebound with chicks I'm not robbing. I got a girl with a butt big as Trina's. Ain't green eyes, but mine's are greener.
I'm hot.
I keep it simple like add and subtract. One color, everything I rock is black. Like that, black chick, black whips, black Amex, car brand new.
Let's go.
I'm hot just like you love me. I'm hot just like you love me.
No doubt.
I'm hot just like you love me. I'm hot just like you love me.
Yeah.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police.
Boom bap all night.
That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast.
Let me see where y'all at.
Stand clear, done man attack. You can't stand where I stand, you can't walk where I walk. Watch out, we run New York. Policeman come, we bust them out the park. I know this for a fact, you don't like how I act. You claim I'm selling crack, but you be doing that. I'd rather say see ya, cause I would never be ya. Be an officer, you wicked overseer. You hot shot, wanna get props and be a savior. First show a little respect, change your behavior. Change your attitude, change your plan. There could never really be justice massive.
Golden era. Boom bap 80s. 70s babies. You youngins wouldn't understand this. I told y'all how Facebook was, right? They on some garbage. They trying to shut us down. But your boy DJ Show Enough ain't gonna let that happen. So I'm gonna let y'all know why. I'm not playing.
Niggas ain't scared to hustle. It's been 7 days, the same clothes. Ask them originals, cause they know. All step, Nate Dogg, very roll.
They can't keep me down that long.
Too cold.
And I'm gonna let y'all know why. I'm DJ Show Enough. I don't care what Facebook got going on, you dig?
Yeah. One for the trouble, two for the bass. Welcome to the great incredible paper chase. Keep your boots laced if you wanna keep pace.
Ain't scared to hustle. It's been 7 days, the same clothes. Ask them originals, cause they know. All step, Nate Dogg, very roll. Step away from the mic, they too cold. The funk might fracture your nose.
Say my name. Serve for I stake my claim. I independently laid down and paid my game. My own too raise my flame. Cause dick riding ain't my thing. I earned what they said I wouldn't. I got it the way they said I couldn't. But now I'm getting it and they whole grill is crooked. Mad cause I'm getting kicked out for my bookings. When y'all was asking permission, I just stepped up and took it. What? The kids better buy my rookie card now. Cause after this year the price ain't coming down. And if you got a joint bubbling, they get money now. Cause in a minute, it's gonna be some real trouble coming out. Just a warning. As usual, some cats won't heed it. The hard-headed it, always gotta feel it to believe it. A shame the jealous gaze is too short to see it, but when they face it to cement, they know it in agreement. We can play nice and decent, but dirty like the 7-1 precinct. Call it a day and make it a long evening. You keep on scheming and give me some more reason. I had the women in your mama's church screaming, Lord Jesus. Harder than y'all, cause I'm smarter than y'all. I know that deep down it's got to be bothering y'all. Pay attention, watch the block gon' get larger than y'all. Pour your pride on the rocks, make it swallow it up.
There we go, there we go.
Dre's House TV, that's what we do.
About time.
About time, right?
Yo, welcome back to Dre's House. You just heard my man DJ Sure Enough. He's on some stuff tonight, but that's how he rocks out, so we always know what we getting. King, I see you over there, dog. But real quick, we got to pay some bills. As you see, I guess here, we got to pay some bills. Shout out to Abraham, Kevin Spann and Sons, Allstate Insurance. I'm sure they're going to switch it up. There we go. I'm ahead of the game on you tonight. Abraham, Kevin Spann and Sons, Allstate Insurance. You in good hands. Make sure you check that young brother out. Look him up on Facebook. Kevin Spann gives you all the great deals that definitely help you out. Very good brother. Download this free app, AKSPANN, for all your information. You won't be disappointed. Also, shout out to Emily Stewart Film Group and her crew, Antone Allen, who was just on my show, and also my boy CJ Gilbert. If you're serious about your craft, you got a video, music, a short film, feature film, anything in that area, this is the lady that you need to talk to when you're serious about your craft. Most of her stuff she has on CBS, NBC, and all major networks. And also, she does the October Film Festival. Please look it up, StewartFilmGroup.com. And most of the films that won her film festival got picked up by Hulu, Netflix, and overseas distribution, among other things that's going on real quick. Also, Arizona Iced Tea celebrating 26 years of American service. I don't know when we're going to get the new thing or whatever, but we want to stick to what they gave us. So that's what it is. So shout out to Arizona for blessing me, supporting me on Winers Day. Sent like over 500 pieces of product out there for my people. And yeah, it's coming, King. It's coming, King. So shout out to Arizona for what they did for me on Winers Day, real quick. Now, finally got him in the building. My man King, Bam Auto 2, let's get it. He is in the building, doing his thing with his rotary phone, so that's what we working on. Yo, definitely contact this brother. You can look it up, Bam Auto. You can Google it, Bam Auto 2. He didn't drive my car today, so he's lucky today, so we're gonna be cool today. But I know he was driving it this morning, so we're not gonna let him get over with that. So definitely, if you're serious about getting a car, school is coming up for your college kids. This is the brother that you need to talk to. He's out of Baldwin. Check him out and stuff. Check my Facebook out. See, got my man Thick. You need a new car?
No.
Oh, okay.
I need one.
I just got one.
I need one.
I heard him like.
I won't pay for it, but I need one.
I heard it over here. So I gotta check this brother out. Yeah, as long as he don't sell my car, we're
I heard
good
you
to go.
said Baldwin, so. You know.
Oh, okay, it's the Baldwin thing. Okay, but make sure you send a friend over there to make sure you check this young brother out. He's doing things, and also a great mechanic, and he does everything himself. I haven't figured that out yet, but it is what it is. But I can't understand why a mechanic got the cleanest hands in the world. Help you out with that one.
So he's like my brother-in-law, one of them clean mechanics.
Yeah. Oh, like Larrington? No, Mel. Yeah, he always got clean hands too. I don't understand that.
Nah, he get dirty though. He get dirty.
Yeah, must get manicures after you do work on a car or something.
Bikes,
like
cars, nothing he can do.
Yeah, I mean, Mel does his thing. Shout out to him. Big wine this thing. All right. Okay, that's enough about us. I mean, well, let's talk about the guests. We got my man Malik Turnage here in the building. He also has a radio show, Conversation with Malik, or
yes,
that's
sir.
it?
Yeah.
Just didn't think I knew.
All right.
That. Sir. So Conversation with Malik, and he brought his boy, his co-host on his show.
But that's what you do though.
Huh?
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right.
I don't know where that came from, but okay.
Signal.
Because Dre don't beat nah. Dre look
You go everywhere with me.
He look out.
You go everywhere. What are you talking about?
He look out. It's my dog right there.
He goes everywhere with me.
That's my dog.
That's anyway. Say your name again.
Jeff Joes.
Jeff Joes.
Jeff
Jeff Joe.
E-S. There
Okay.
you go, Jeff Joes.
Okay, we got his name out. Now he's going to be JJ. All right? So that's how we rocking the show, okay? So, I want everybody to know, because I read your bio and I did some research outside of that. Yeah. Stay where you from, and your boy too. Stay where you from. And let's get it, because I got, it's nothing I can't talk about, right?
No.
Okay, cool.
No, I'm transparent.
Okay, because I saw some videos of you at the strip club. And now let me stop. Man, my bad. that joke was bad. My bad. I'm just joking. If she's watching, the kids, I'm just joking. Bad joke. I do apologize, but the joke was there. You're gonna get it. Okay. All right. Let everybody know where you're from.
Yeah, I'm from Jamaica, Queens. Man.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm
This guy.
It's Queen.
I'm a product of the 80s. You know, 80s, early 90s, and that's my hometown, man.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Now I read on your bio and stuff. You know, you did a lot of. You let the streets get a hold of you when you was young.
Yeah.
Right, when you was young. But I do like the fact, and definitely what we're going to get into that transition of what you're doing now, because you're doing a lot of good things. I especially like the after-school program. We're definitely going to get in depth about that. But he wasn't running with you, was he?
No.
No, he probably was rapping somewhere, right?
Exactly. There you go.
So I knew it. But with everything he was doing and stuff, what encouraged? I'm gonna have to say encouraged. What encouraged you to even be running the streets and stuff like that? Because you sound like a very educated brother for stuff that I read about you and stuff. You know, you got your mind on, but the streets can get anybody.
No doubt.
What made you go that route?
Yeah, well, I was always an A student in school. I was always one of the smartest kids in my class. Me and a couple of my friends, all of us wound up in the streets. The girls used to be mad at us because you know how the girls are usually smarter.
Yeah.
But we were like just as smart as them. So, but I came from a good home, man. My mother was a pastor. On my father's side, my father's father was a pastor.
Yeah, I read
His
that.
father was a pastor. So, we talked about political issues in the house. I read. I played football, baseball, basketball all year round. My house was very structured and very loving. I was my mother's miracle child.
Okay.
So my mother had cancer in her stomach when she was pregnant with me. So, I was my mother's miracle child. She lost 4 boys before me, and I survived. I made it. So I'm the youngest. So I was spoiled, man. And I was loved. I was nurtured. All that good stuff. But what happened was, when you teach a child something, when you teach children, especially something like religion, and I came up in a Christian household, they take what you teach them at face value.
Right.
So, the stories in the Bible about miracles, Jesus making the blind man see, and Moses leading the Israelites out right before the water parting, right before Pharaoh was able to get to them, right? I believed in miracles, and they talked about a lot of faith and hope at that time in church. And it's a little more modern now, but at that time it was a lot of faith and hope. And so when my father was diagnosed with throat cancer, I prayed my prayers because he was like Superman to me.
Right.
He was everything to me. He was bigger than life to me. Father was a very strong man. President of the Teamsters Union. They fought for jobs. They had to fight for jobs.
Right, of course, back then.
To get work back then, And so when he came down with throat cancer and began to wither away and ultimately die, I became very resentful against everything I had been taught.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
I turned against my foundation because I was resentful. And not only did I turn my back on God, but I turned my back on the principles that I was taught. And so now my mother goes from being a stay-at-home mom to now she's out working to provide a living for us. And man, it's mid-80s, Jamaica, Queens. Hip-hop is like coming into its own. You could go outside and there'd be a battle competition. Somebody be with some linoleum, and not only that, but the crack cocaine that hit the neighborhood. And so that was like the perfect solar eclipse. Now, it's no excuse. That was just
what drew you to
the environment surrounding what I went into.
Right.
And took to the streets, man. Started hustling, man. And became a juvenile delinquent, man. And that was yo, the streets got a law, and like once you get a taste of it, it's addictive.
Right. So, okay, I don't want to get too much deep into that, but what I really loved about your story was the reason why you decided to turn it around. Now, what was the reasons that you decided to turn it around?
Wow, it was a lot of pain, man, a lot of years, a lot of pain. You know, I had near-death life experiences. I was abducted in a drug beef and was left for dead. They stabbed me in the head. I almost didn't make it. My main artery was cut. I still got the scar here to this day.
Right.
Almost bled to death. And just, so a whole bunch of experiences culminated into, I got to do something different. Plus, at the time, my childhood sweetheart, I'm still with to this day. We had 2 children at the time. And I said, I got to do something different with my life. So I left the street life alone, but I still took something with me. I became addicted to drugs and alcohol.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And even though I was convinced that I didn't want no more of the street life, but I still had those demons. And it ultimately brought me to my knees, man. And I said, listen, I don't want my wife and kids, and now I got 4 kids at this time, and I don't want my kids to grow up without a father.
Right.
Because I knew what it was like losing mine.
Right.
So it's sort of like I went back to the future. I had an experience where I went back in time to come back to where I was in the present moment, and was like, yo, man, I can't do this to them. Because what was happening, Dre, is I was bumping into friends of mine, children, who had been murdered. I was bumping into their kids while I was out there. And, they were out there trying to figure out life without their fathers, who was my friends. And I said, Malik, you're no different than them. This is gonna be you too. How much? Now, I come from a good home,
right.
so I know.
Right.
First of all,
you know both sides. You know both sides and stuff.
Yeah, you becoming something that you're not. This isn't you. You became something you're not. And combination of all that, man, it was like, oh man, I gotta get myself together. Yeah, so I was broken, and I guess it's only from, we was talking about that last night, it's only from a place of really being broken that you can open yourself up for the universe, for God to fix you. Right. That's what happened.
I believe you gotta hit rock bottom to the point where you'll see that light will come to you and say, like, I need to change this up. And only you can decide that. It's gotta be up to you, and it could be anything that's gonna, for me, it was my grandmother. I just heard my grandmother talking. I wouldn't do any drugs and nothing like that, but I thought I was leading down that path from the beginning of it. I did 3 years in the military, and all I did was got drunk and high, whatever and stuff. And I got out, and I got a job as soon as I got out, but it was like the second week, and I'm standing on the corner with my boys on a Sunday, and I'm already start saying, I'm not going to work. And something just spoke to me and said, like, this is not you. And by that next Monday, I was going back into the military. And I just went to school, did whatever and stuff like that. So it's like, something's got to hit you. And a lot of people think, like, it's hard, but it's not hard. I was just smoking weed, Mom. But, let me get that out.
You was what?
Let me get that out.
You was what?
Hope it wasn't like Malik.
What you say you was doing?
Because I know my sister's going to say something and G's going to say something. So I got to get that out.
516.
Just weed. It was a lot of weed. What? But you stupid. But I'm a firm believer. New phone. But I'm a firm believer that if something's going to speak to you, because it's always been trying to speak to you, and for you, I look at it as everything you were saying. Something was coming to you. God was putting people in your path, like you seeing the kids, of your friends or whatever. And stuff. It was coming to you, and it just had to click. Yeah. And I like when I read that, when you said you wanted to do it, because your family.
Yeah.
And somewhere along the line, when you look at your kids, somebody got to break that cycle.
That's right.
And that's what you did. So I'm like, let me get my act together, because of the kids. And that's always number one. And I commend anybody, because we all been down, we all have our trials and tribulations and stuff. And hearing your story and reading your story and some other stuff that I read, it kind of spoke to me, because I commend anybody who changed their life around, because it's not easy.
No, it's not.
And it's a process. It's a big process. So you're like, it's not gonna happen like, okay, I'm changing around tonight.
Right.
It's a process where you go on, say like, I need to do this for my family. I need to do this more than anybody for me, so I can be good for others. Right. So that goes into, I'm looking at, checking out some of your shows or whatever, listening and whatever, and everything, and it goes through what you're trying to say on your show.
Yes.
With your co-host, JJ. You're gonna use that name on your
Yes,
show
sir.
now. But it's like, the conversations are like, inspirational, and I think that should be happening. What made you wanted to do the conversation with Malik?
It's funny, I kind of hit a flat spot in my life. Business, I kind of felt like it was like Groundhog's Day every day. Getting up, running the businesses, coming home. I have a good life and I have exciting things that go on, but I started to feel like I wasn't totally reaching my full purpose. Now, mind you, I come from a line of pastors, so I know that there's a calling on my life to preach, but I just can't see myself preaching in the church.
Okay.
I'm a little rough around the edges.
At least you could admit.
The real goes wrong.
And I don't know if that was for me. The past couple of years, I was being like mentored by, some pastors. I have some pretty large congregations who they were supposed to be mentoring me, but it was like, nah. So one day I'm sitting at the kitchen table with the family, and I said, I want to answer the calling that's on my life, because I believe that's the only reason God saved me, because I could have just died and went to jail like all my other friends.
Right.
I said, but I don't know if I want to go the church route, but I want to get my message out there. What should I do? And my daughter said, well, Daddy, why don't you she was eating, she was like, well, Daddy, why don't you start a podcast? And I said, What's a podcast?
I know.
I literally said, now I'm a little embarrassed, so all the podcasters out there, I really didn't even know what a podcast was. This was about a year ago, a little over a year ago. I said, well, what's a podcast? And they told me, I said, oh, those are podcasts. I said, okay. And then we started researching what I needed to do. But what happened was, I got called for an MTA job that I applied for 12 years ago.
That's really short.
So I got called for a job, and that turned out to be a test. Because I started, remember, Jeff? I started working train operator. I was in a school car for a train operator.
Felt you could do it.
Figured I could do that and run the businesses, and I'm looking and I'm like, yo, this is good money, man. 80 to 100 grand a year. When I get the top pay a little over 100 grand, I can stack this money in 20 years. Damn, because I'm thinking like I don't even have to touch my checks because my businesses are doing so well. So I don't even have to touch my checks. And my 4th month in school car, something started to happen. And God was like, but I didn't save you for you to sail off into the sunset and make a whole bunch of money. And that's not why I saved you. I saved you to carry my message. And I kept thinking about my podcast equipment. I'm serious. I kept thinking about the podcast equipment. And I left to do the podcast.
Okay.
I left to do the podcast. He'll tell you.
Okay, because the way I see it and stuff, like you said, the businesses are doing good. You look at it as, as you were thinking, God is like, I've done enough, to take care of the family, whatever. I need you for you to do this. Right? And that's how I look at it. So, JJ.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How is it working with Malik But how did you get started working with him on this podcast?
Well, Malik and I, I also was a owner of a preschool myself.
Okay.
Malik
Wait. You was owner? Okay. We're not letting that go by like that. Don't even try that. That is not going to roll like that. I want to make sure I hear this. You was an owner of a preschool.
Yeah.
A guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not normal.
No, it's not.
It was called Daddy's Daycare.
No.
There you go.
It's normal. We can do it.
I know we can do it, but you don't hear it.
Exactly.
Well, I own a preschool.
And that's why
Exactly.
we can do it.
You do?
Yeah, I own
But
two
you did it with,
preschools.
you owned it with your wife.
Yeah.
Okay, that's different. You owned it by yourself, right?
Yeah, well, my wife was also involved.
Oh, okay.
At the time.
Never mind. Never mind.
You still own it.
Man, powerhood just
You still own
disappeared.
it. Don't matter.
Can we just do something myself?
Listen, how many men?
Why the
you know
wives gotta
that
be in
even
it?
got- How many men you know that even got that title?
What?
Owning a daycare.
No, it was that he said it
Men.
like I was gonna. Yeah,
Not-
he
not
said it like he
black
was gonna
men.
let it go by.
Men.
I had to hear that again and stuff.
Right.
No.
Reason why I said it that way because she was in prison she kept her day job, and I went ahead and I just ran the whole business on my own.
Okay, now we're back to manhood back. Okay. We're back. Okay, now continue. Now we got that.
So with running the center, of course, there are times that we have to take the kids out on trips and things of that nature. Malik actually came in because he also had the bus company for many years. So with me trying to search for somebody that could assist us on, the kids' school trips, that's where Malik came in.
Okay.
So when he came in, of course, not only just picked up the kids, and sometimes had drivers come to the school, of course, to pick up the children, we also started conversating with each other. We always talked, and that's how we actually became connected, from the beginning.
Right.
Moving forward, he had a vision where he also wanted to, he had the bus company, the yellow bus, cheese bus. So, and I'm wearing one of the hats, by the
Yeah,
way.
I was gonna get into that right now. That was a little later on in the conversation, but I got you.
Yeah, so he also had a vision to, hey, he's been doing the bus business for a while. Why not open a preschool? He talked to me about trying to get some information in terms of how to get by and in terms of opening the center and stuff like that. So I was the person to be able to assist him,
He helped me big time.
from
opening
A to Z,
Right.
And I remember, I can't forget one day where he actually surprised me. I didn't think he was actually gonna start the center so soon. And one day, he came to the center. We didn't have no trip. He just rang on the bell. The kids was down, and he told me he wanted me to see something. So I didn't know what he was talking about. So I jumped in his car. He drove me down the block. And he put the keys into the commercial center. And he was like, yo, what you think? I was like, oh!
It was like that.
Like, wow.
He actually had it all in line already.
Right.
It's like he just came to me for some, hey, look, how you got started. What's point A to point B to C all the way to Z, But he was in position already. He had this mindset to just go ahead and let me just do this. I didn't just think it was gonna be that soon. So that's actually how we met. And from that point on, hey, here we at. Combos with Malik.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But you're a go-getter. I give you on that. So how did y'all work together on the podcast? Like, how did that? Was you doing it already? He came along, or
No,
just
I started with him.
Okay.
I came to him. I told you I was leaving before I resigned. I told him how I was feeling. He was like, yo, you sure? I said, yo, man, just think about it. That's a big family decision. Talking to your wife, this and that. And I was like, it was just kept knocking. It just kept knocking, Dre, that I want to be doing this.
Okay.
And I said, yo, man, if I do 20 years, I'm 44, do 20 years, I'm gonna be 64. So what, I'm gonna start then? I'm gonna be live then. I said, no. So I called him, I said, yo, man. Well, we met, and I said, yo, what do you think about doing a podcast? I'm thinking about going and get some equipment. And he was like, yo, yeah, let's do it. And then we started in my den, a couple of mics.
That's where it starts.
Yeah.
That's exactly where it starts.
Because we talk a lot. That's all we do is talk and talk and talk and talk. And we inspire each other all the time.
Yeah.
Every time we talk, we listen to each other. So it just came out natural. Like, who else best for him to be able to ask to let's just join forces and do this podcast thing and try to create a movement, you know, because that's what it is a movement, you know.
Okay. I like that because, I mean, what days is the show on?
On Fridays, but sometimes we've been recording during the week because we're getting so many shows.
That's what's up.
There we go.
And we don't
Keep doing
want
that.
to let people wait. So it's like, okay, if we only record on Fridays, we got like 10 people that want to be interviewed. We're like, what, we going to wait 3 months to interview them?
Right. Okay.
So
you got to
let's
give the
fit
people
them
what
in.
they want.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that, you know, and then you'll see, like, doing it, because I started off in this guy's living room doing my show.
Really?
Just audio.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't know what I was doing. I decided to do it. My whole thing was like, I wonder if I can do radio. I had no intention of me being here.
Really?
I was just going to do it. It was a bucket list thing.
Right.
Like, I wonder if I can do it. It was around my birthday, and here I am with my boy. We're doing bigger and better things. Some stuff is about to happen. He don't know yet. He has an idea, but he doesn't know yet. So we like moving up. And like my man and stuff, like just like y'all two, we know each other. I used to manage him and his boys.
Okay.
But at the same time, when they stopped, him and I, we still stayed friends. You know, he's a dope DJ. You know, and I was doing what I was doing. I wanted him to be on first. But I also look at it wasn't our time. You know, God was like, no, y'all got to do whatever.
Yeah.
You know, he had to do things. He changed his life, so he was doing these things, and I'm glad that he did. But when he came here, everything just escalated even more.
It made sense, you know,
Yeah.
to follow a format that's to, you know, because I was broadcasting at home through a Ustream,
Right.
you know, and I was I was getting, you know, every week some people, you know, checking in, you know, and I took a break from that for a while. I was watching his show, I'd be at work watching the show, and I'm like, okay. So when I actually got here to the show with him, and then this, like I said, this is the second station out of this station, in the second building out of this station. So when he was in the first building, I was like, okay, you know, why does it have to go this way? When I saw and looked at a lot of his shows, I said, okay, now I see why it has to be a certain way. You keep your viewers, you keep people tuning in every week that say, you know what, I want to come back and see what they got going on next.
Right.
That's all.
And the thing is and stuff, when you get put to a point, because I know when Dawn sent me your information, I just went to, I was like, let me read this. I was like, okay, that's pretty dope. All right, and then I had to go look at some more stuff. 'Cause I don't look at what people send me.
Yeah.
I was like, we need to find out what Malik is about.
Gotcha.
You know, so that's why, you know, the conversations with Malik, the other, you know, your bus company, your, you know, after school programs and stuff like that. I needed to know about it, and then I had to do the legal
Summer
check and
camp.
stuff like that. Yeah, but I wanted to know because not too many brothers, now you threw me with the preschool thing, but not too many brothers look at doing positive things like that.
Right.
So that's why I commend any brother that's doing positive things. You know, you're not looking for the limelight for yourself. You know, we all trying to live, but you're not doing it for the limelight, but you're doing it for the kids. Because we know as we was growing up, for me, if it wasn't for some wrestling coaches, no telling where I would have been at.
Right.
You know, so it's like we all go through our trials and tribulations, but at the same time, it's like, let me break that cycle of what these kids are going through.
And we're their first teachers at the preschool. We get to teach them first
Exactly.
before anybody else gets to them.
And there's nothing better than a black young male, for especially those young boys, to say like, Dad, I can do like Mr. Turner's doing. So I can do this, I can do that, and that's what I look at and stuff. Cause you know, like even doing a preschool, the first thing is they got this cool brother and stuff like that, but he's talking to them. As soon as they go through that door, the first impressions is something they would never forget.
Well, I got to give you a quick story. Please, let me.
We got time.
Listen. So one of my employees, it was Halloween, and our son was now older, so he was in the UPK program for 4-year-olds at our UPK program up the block, and so they came down to where my office is, and we were in there talking, and it was like the day or two before Halloween, and so they were asking the different kids what they want to be. And she asked her son. She said, okay, so let's go get your Spider-Man outfit because I know you want to be Spider-Man. And he said, no, I don't want to be Spider-Man. And she said, what do you want to be? And he said, I want to be Mr. Malik.
That's dope.
Wow.
And I stood there like, I want to be Mr. Malik for Halloween. And to be put in yo, you put me in the same category as Spider-Man and Batman? You know how powerful that is for a kid, for you to be put in, so I'm a superhero to you. And that was a moment where I really realized, for some reason, Dre, there's moments along my journey where everything's clear, everything kind of like crystallizes into like, I'm seeing everything clear and everything that I'm doing makes sense. Sometimes it lasts for half an hour or hour or whatever it is, but I've had those moments, and that was a moment where everything was clear, there was no confusion in my mind. I said, wow, that's why I do what I'm doing.
Makes it all worth it. Just that little moment. 'Cause if you can reach one kid, to me, the rest of them will follow. You know, but to reach one, I mean, something like that would have me walking like on cloud nine and stuff like that.
Forget about
I come into school the next day, be like, yeah, what we doing? what we doing today? That'll be me.
Yeah,
That'll
man.
definitely be.
Yeah,
But
I
you know,
was
that's a
definitely-
very good story, and you know, a lot of people like it makes you understand why. You know, you may not make a lot of money in the beginning or whatever and stuff, but it makes it worth it because these kids probably don't have anything. They probably didn't have a father in the home or whatever, you know. So programs like you have going, these is very important for these kids, you know. And then, you know, as you're talking to them, you know, you can't, which I'm sure both of y'all do, especially in preschool, you gotta be careful what you say to these kids, you know. But no matter what, when they leave, you can see in their face like, I know they can't wait to come back. And I commend brothers that's doing that. You know, I can't even say that enough. You know, I'm proud to be in the presence of y'all because of what y'all do. So I definitely commend y'all for everything y'all doing. Because everybody can't do it.
Yeah. And not just, you know, I own 2 bus companies too.
I wanna get to that.
So you know, we employ, you know, he said, yo, Malik, man, let me do, you know, let me do
we
the
might as well
interview,
talk about
man.
it now.
You know, let me, we can get
That was on the second half.
Yeah, you know, this is my interview,
I know.
Malik, you know
So
what I'm saying?
let me
This ain't
start it off.
Conversations with Malik.
Let me start it off. What is your bus company name?
Well, one of the names is Tracy and Malik.
Tracy and Malik's.
And the other one is Cheese Bus.
There we go.
Yeah, so we can say that.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's say that.
No, we on it now. I can't do that now. We on it now. Now, okay, as I was going to say, I was gonna say, it's one thing about when you start a bus company, one thing that you mentioned was hiring people. You know, and that was important to you. Go in more detail about that. See, that's what I was going to say.
You know, we talk a lot about hiring people.
Yeah.
Me and Jeff, we talk a lot about there's steps to hiring people. How you put out ads for people. The interview process is big. Me and him talk questions, what questions you need to ask. Yo, this guy, let me tell you something about this guy. This guy will look up, if he's hiring a teacher or something like that, he'll be on her Facebook page.
I'm nosy.
You're supposed to.
I'm nosy, my brother. I am nosy.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yo, Dre, I go into the Facebook page. I want to see what you're posting because people take this whole social media thing overboard, you know, and to really figure out, I mean, because you remember, you're working with kids. This is not a grocery store, a clothing store like in the mall. You know, you're working with children. So you want to see exactly what kind of person you having around these children. Because remember, anybody, because of course, we've all went through interviews where we had to actually turn into somebody else, you know, for that
Put on our
moment
best.
and put on our best, which is okay. I understand that, but we take it a step further only because we there for them kids.
Right.
And social media don't lie.
Exactly.
Right, because you can sit there and be the best teacher in the world, then you see that you at, you know, doing something. I'm with my girl, you know, we're down at the beach, or we at hedonism and all that.
And I go
stuff
back
like
years.
Yeah, and you're supposed
on
to.
your posts.
You're supposed to and stuff. And a lot of people, they don't realize, you know, and I tell my daughters and stuff, social media is the devil.
Yeah.
If you don't want
gift
it,
and a curse.
if you don't want it out there, don't put it on there. And like my social media is clean. And if I see somebody post something on my site, delete.
Delete,
You know,
right.
that's quick, because even what I'm doing, people like, you know, if they want to invest money in me, they're going to say that, well, let me check his social media out.
Right.
Let me check his Instagram. Let me check this. And I go hard on keeping my stuff clean. So you definitely got to do it when you got working with kids, because you don't want that stuff to come back on you. Next thing you know, they suing you.
Exactly.
You know, like, oh, you know, I don't want to see y'all on Judge Mathis.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, tell me how you really feel.
Yeah. And so the strategy, you know, and so then what I also do is I have people who are principals, people who run successful organizations, people who have more centers than me. And I'll run it by them. Hey, check, you know, what do you think about this woman? So I'm doing a whole investigatory work on you, and I'm shooting it past other people who I trust their judgment.
Exactly.
They're leaving it ultimately up to me, but they're giving me the pros and cons, and then sometimes they give me questions. So when you come down to sit down and have an interview with me, I know more about you than you think, right? Because I'm actually calling those references.
Oh yeah, definitely. And my thing is, I will call references that you didn't give me, which social media works out for you. You know, so that's what you do. See, that's what I do. Because they can say like, call this person. I want to talk to the person who you talk the most to, or who you tag in, or this and that. Y'all having conversations. I'm looking at that. You know, so that's the person I want to contact. Hey, what's up? You know, blah 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 blah. Can you catch them off guard? I hate to mess people up, but you messing with kids and stuff. So it has to happen and stuff. You know, so that's a little something. We're gonna go a quick break here, and maybe we can ask the other question later if Malik allow us to get the question in. Let me stop. Yo, we're gonna be right back. We'll let my man DJ Showing Off rock out for a while. We got my man Jeff Joes,
yes sir,
and my man Malik Turnage.
Yes sir.
We're having a blast and stuff, so we're gonna get into some other stuff. They're drinking up all my Arizona, but you know it is what it is. All right, DJ Showing Off, do your thing, bro. I hit you up.
All the pretty girls, all the pretty girls in the world, and the ugly girls too. But to me, you pretty anyway, baby. You give me, baby. Dedicated to all the pretty girls, all the pretty girls in the world, and the ugly girls too. But to me, you pretty anyway, baby. You give me your number. You give me your number. I call. You give me your number. I call you up. You act like. You give me your number. I call you up. You act like you don't interrupt. I don't have no trouble with you, me, but I have a little problem with you not me. Baby, you know I'ma take care of you, cause you said you got my baby and I know it ain't true. Is it a good thing? No, it's bad. For good or worse, makes you switch. So I walk on over with my crystal. Put away your pistol. Dirty won't be having that in this house, cause I'll cripple your style. Now that you heard my charming voice, you couldn't get another. You won't get moist. If you wanna look good and not be bummy, yo, you better give me that money.
Hey, dirty. Baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I got your money. Hey, dirty. Baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I got your money.
So I glanced at the girl glanced at me. I whispered in the ear, wanna be with me. You wanna look pretty though in my video. Oh, dirty on the hat, and I let you all know. Just dance if you want up in the holy
closing down the sector. Supreme neck protector. Better want him, kid, Mr. Mepsa. Ballin' pop, bout to blow his lid from the pressure. Too hot for TV, for cheesy. Too many wanna be hard, be easy. It's all in together, going all out together. It don't take much to please me. Still, homes are never satisfied like the Stones. We don't condone writing, see them selling crossbones. Protecting what I'm writing, don't clash with the titan who blast with a license to kill rap recitants. Come on, in the zone with your from the group home to Cal.
Your lifestyle.
Put your lights out, get this shit to crackin', got you feeling with your pipes out. Time for some action. Surfing the avenue, mad at you. Where I used to battle cruise, back when Antoinette had that attitude. Cover me, I'm going in. Walls closing in. Got us busting off these pistols. My nigga got issues again. Same song, armed with the mega bomb. Blow you out the frame, then I'm gone.
Yo, I was going too, but we roam. Cellular phones, doc meth, back in the flesh, blood and bones, don't condone. Spin bank loans and homegrown. Suckers break like turbo and ozone. When I grab the broom, moonwalk, platoon hawk, my goons bark, leave you in the blue lagoon lost. True. 3 9s in the glove with Masood, he dying in the glove, right behind on the boss. Haters don't touch, way is both up. Now my neighbor doped up, got the cable hooked up. All channels, lift my shirt, all mammal. You ship off keys and we ship grand piano. Sawed off shotgun, hand on the pump, sipping on the 40, smoking on the bust my gun. Red and meth didn't jump. La 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 la.
All of them with one clip from me 9. To shoot to kill them, say me don't care. I tried to chill but it no get me nowhere. I just put down me gun in a me suitcase. Pick up me fist, me both of them face. Flip, script, on a guy head lick. Boom, back, and at one shot no liquor. Toe to toe once again. We distinguish real bad boys them. And if you a bad boy that a guy can tie, let me see the fist them. I say dirty boy jump up, dirty boy get stung. That perpetrated a guy get stung. Some guy cool but some need to get stung. If they bought them guns, say them run out of luck. Now we kill them all, and we come back alone. Boom day, Mad Lion, they on microphone. Alright, so just step up. Boy, what's up? Put your crew to the side, take out your coat front. Buckle up, and guard your grill. Don't need the gun, cause you get hurt still. Think who no wicked, tell them to come. I have me fist, me no need not a gun. Now go touch you if you don't touch me. Bully you up with lead. Shoot to kill every day. Shoot to kill some boys. Gun without a limit. Shoot to kill every day. Shoot to kill some boys. Gun without a limit. Fuck them up, shot them up, lick up them head. Now tell no lie, a long time them fit dead. Empty clock, load it back and step down the block. Make them know bad boy don't take that. We don't cut them up, how we wicked like that. Now tell no lie, enough guys so I flop. PDP, I'm Mad Lion combine. Make them know we just shut out a guy's spine. Wicked bad boy and they on the front line. Cause we gone down giant church, now go Sunday school. One day the program boy, yeah lie down in a blood pool. Just kick up, we just shut up. Just Bobby Connors, we just shut up. Funk Master Fix, you can't test him. Awesome to make we lick shot. Open, listening to PDP.
One for the shovel, two for the bass. Welcome to the great academy. Pay for say, speak your boots lace if you want to pay, say.
Oh no, they scared to hustle. It's been 7 days, the same clothes. Ask them originals, cause they know. All step, Nate Dogg, and roll. Step away from the mic, they too cold. The funk might fracture your nose.
Say my name. Observe how I stake my claim. I independently laid down and paid my game. My own two raised my flame, cause dick riding ain't my thing. I earned what they said I wouldn't. I got it the way they said I couldn't. But now I'm getting it and they whole grill is crooked. Mad cause I'm getting caked out for my bookings. When y'all was asking permission, I just stepped up and took it. What? The kids better buy my rookie card now. Cause after this year the price ain't coming down. And if you got a joint bubbling, then get money now. Cause in a minute, there's gonna be some real trouble coming out. Just a warning. As usual, some cats won't heed it. The hard-headed always gotta feel it to believe it. A shame the jealous gaze is too short to see it, but when they face it to cement, they know it in the game.
Life, I wonder, will it take me under? I don't know. Life, I wonder. Life, I wonder. Life, I wonder. Life, I wonder. Life, I wonder, will it take me under? I don't know. Imagine smoking weed in the street with. Imagine smoking weed in the street with. Imagine smoking weed in the street without cops harassing. Imagine going to court. Imagine smoking weed in the street without cops harassing. Imagine going to court with no trial. Lifestyle cruising blue Bahama waters. No welfare supporters. More conscious of the way we raise our daughters. Days are shorter, nights are colder. Feeling like life is over. These snakes strike like a cobra. The world's hot, my son got knocked. Evidently, it's elementary. They want us all gone eventually. Trooping out of state for a plate. Knowledge, if coke was cooked without the garbage, we'd all have the top dollars. Imagine everybody flashing. Fashion, designer clothes. Lacing your click up with diamond rolls. Your people holding dough, no parole, no rubbers. Going raw, imagine law with no undercovers. Just some thoughts for the mind. I take a glimpse into time, watch the blimp read, the world is mine.
If I rule the world,
imagine that.
I free all my sons. I love them, baby. Black diamonds and pearls.
Could it be, if you could be mine, we both shine.
If I rule the world,
still living for today, in these last days until.
After the show, it's the after party then. After the party, it's the hotel lobby then. After the Belvy, then it's probably Chris. And after the original, it's probably this. Yes, ma, Bed-Stuy, Fiesta. Remix with the homie from the Midwest side. Game recognized, game new too. It's a new 2 live crew, I suppose you knew. So thugs, the toasters, but don't approach us or to chase you like Mo at Mimosas. Catch us both coasters, racing twin coaches. Boxers with to the pop, you to make you closer. Whoever come closest, you've been warned. But don't get the picture to the is drawn. Make your way backstage, baby girl is on. And we'll be drinking till 6 in the morning.
In the back of the club with my mom, popping bottles of crisps with my mom. Put the bar on the tab for my mom, throwing hundreds up for grabs for my mom. Cause it's about to go down tonight. I'ma be drinking till the early desire. Shout it like I'm cause I take 3 honeys just to make me feel reside. My, it's what they all say when they see the frozen eyes. They say, my. Anytime they see them big things on the side. Why y'all got a club date? I'm with arenas. Got your man saying, have you ever seen her? Yeah, she with me on the low, getting off the got on the floor. Fiesta, 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 fiesta.
You on the radio, talking about rap, saying all that crap about. Saying all that crap about how we sample, giving examples.
Think we'll let you get away with that? You criticize our method of how we make records. You said it was an art, so now we're gonna rip you apart.
They were still trying to shut me down.
Get out, my man. This is the music of a hip hop band.
Never that.
Well, you can call it that.
Dre's House TV.
All right.
They still trying to shut me down.
You be okay. Shake it off.
I still be beating them at it. I'm still on though.
Yeah, put some dirt on it. That's how you gonna work that out. You good?
We good.
All right, cool. That was my man DJ. Oh, I don't know why I was live talking to you like that, but we're gonna. That's my boy DJ showing up over here rocking out. You feeling old school today, huh?
You know, gotta keep it, you know, grown and sexy within our era.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool.
Can't get mad at that.
You know, you just in a certain mode today and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm feeling that. That's what we doing. You know. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's cool when you got a DJ play what you want to hear.
You gotta ask.
You know.
You ain't even gotta. Even the ones that are sitting there asking, you know, can I get a request?
Oh, you got that request?
That you listen.
You did get it?
No, I didn't get no request.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I ain't get no request.
Oh, okay, we're gonna talk about.
It's all good,
We're gonna
though.
talk about them tomorrow.
It's
All right,
all good.
We're back, DJ. Sure enough, you know, again, we was having a conversation where we should have did offline, but it's all good. And you see, I guess Malik Turnage, Jeff Joes.
Yes, sir.
That I was gonna forget, but you still JJ. That's how it's gonna work out. When you do your show and I listen to it, I better hear JJ. All right. So we're back with these young brothers out here doing a lot of good things out here in the community. And one thing I want, you know, we already talked about the bus company earlier than what we was going to, but that's what he wanted to do. That's what he's gonna do. But I also want to get into your after-school programs you have in Lawton. Right. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so the after-school programs is a place where, you know, we pick up the kids. A lot of the children ride there in our buses. Some of them don't. And it's a place where I want to shout out my wife Tracy and my daughter Shavona, they do a spectacular job there at the centers. And my son Malik works there too, college student, but he comes there and works. Thanks a lot, Malik.
Wait a minute, what college you go to?
St. John's.
My favorite team. There we go. We good to go.
We good to go?
Oh, it's been my team since Bill Winnington.
Oh,
I'm taking it back.
I know.
There we go. I
And-
like your son already. He's good to go.
Yeah, good kid. And so, you know, there, when the kids get there, you know, of course they do homework with them. But not only do they do homework and teach them the importance of doing your homework every day and being consistent and building good habits, but culturally, it's a rich place. We have programs there that we do. Of course, when Kwanzaa comes around, we acknowledge Kwanzaa. You know, when Black History Month comes around, we're acknowledging Black history. But they're doing, whether it's Black history or not, we're doing lessons about teaching them about African history, African history before slavery. We had a after school special where it was like a multicultural day. And it was really powerful. The children, we taught them different African kings and different African civilizations that predated slavery. So one individual girl chose to be Mansa Musa. And Mansa Musa was a Mali king who his money, the money that he had then equates to what Bill Gates has now today. And so she was Mansa Musa, and he did the long march from Mali to Egypt, and so she did the whole thing. She had her friends following her, and she explained the different things that was on the caravan that he had with him.
And what's his age group?
Yo, you talking about 9, 10, 11.
That's dope.
Yeah.
See, I like programs like that because the fact that they take in what they teach, what you teach them and stuff, and then they envision their own self and like, I need to act this out because now I'm that character.
Right.
And it's going to stick with them forever. It's definitely going to stick with them forever. And how do you feel about, you know, seeing your kids working? Because, you know, you say your son is in college. I know one of them is a fashion designer, and another one is, don't tell me, I know this. Oh my God. Dancer, there it is. I knew this.
Aspiring actress. Well, my daughter that's a fashion designer, you can shop at dirtymonroe.com, Instagram, at dirtymonroe. She makes bad dresses. So she's a bad fashion design. I'm not just saying it because it's my daughter. I'm saying it because it's like her dresses are in high demand.
Okay.
She's making dresses right now.
That's
We're
what's
going
up.
away next week, and so people are trying to get in all of
Get
their
orders in
orders.
now. All right.
Yeah.
What's your age group of your kids? Because they're doing a lot here, and they seem like they're a lot younger than I'm thinking.
Well, my oldest is 29, and I'm 44, so do the math. We were doing some things before some things
at a young
were
age,
supposed to be some things.
You didn't know about the pullout game.
No. See, I tried, man.
Well, we thought we had
But
it
there
back
was
then.
times that, I just
It's
couldn't,
understandable. It's
The
understandable.
feeling get to you and you
Yeah,
stop.
I mean, it is what it is.
And I'm the same age, and I got like a 5-year-old, so I guess my game wasn't tight either, right?
Well, I mean, hey, stuff happens. I mean, I got 24-year-olds, so
Wow.
stuff happens.
Stuff happens, man.
But I'm looking at it on a fatherhood point of view, and I'm sure you're gonna have your kid working there soon too.
Yeah.
Once you get appropriate age or whatever. But I'm looking at it like everything that you've done, you saw yourself turn around and you see your kids not like, not making it easy for them, but you see them aspiring, for themselves. How's that feeling when you're just watching that? You got the one, the designer, you got the one, the dancer, you got your son going to one of the #1 college there is in NCAA basketball. I don't care what nobody says. And then you said it was 4, I'm missing one.
Yeah, my other son, he's the manager at the bus company.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, how does that feel, you doing that and stuff? Because I'll probably be here screaming like,
Yeah, it's a blessing. I'm so proud of my children. We're like the beehive. My children, they had to grow up with parents that were still trying to find themselves.
Okay.
Because me and my wife were young. I was 15, she was 17 when we had our first child.
Know a bunch of jokes there, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna say respect to the wife.
We were kids.
Right.
Right? So they grew up with us. And when you grow up with your parents, you also have to, when you have young parents that haven't found themselves, you go through the good and the bad. And there was periods where it was like kind of more bad because we were still trying to find out who we were.
Right.
And so they grew up in the businesses, man. They grew up on the buses, man. When we was picking up kids from school, they had to ride around on the buses, while we picked up the kids from school because there was nobody at home to watch them.
Right.
And so for them, it's second nature. My family is a family of, when issues come up with the business, it's just like, okay, so how do we fix it? All right, what we got to do? It's not a lot of moping with my team.
All right.
I mean, and serious stuff comes down the pike sometimes. And it's like, all right, well, what we got to do? Oh, we got to do this. Oh, I got to ride this. I got to work these hours. Okay, that. Okay, that's what we got to do.
Right. So they're business minded already, which is the #1 thing. What's your son majoring in?
He wants to be a principal ultimately, so he's majoring in education.
Smart.
So he wants to be a high school teacher.
Nice.
Which
I
I
like
wanted him to do the early childhood thing,
early childhood
so he
thing.
could. But he's gonna get his master's in the early childhood. But he's getting his bachelor's in education.
Right. All right, getting ready to get his Joe Clark on. I like that. Yeah. And not too many kids will want to get into that field. And especially as you say, they saw the little kids and, they saw everything firsthand. And a lot of kids were like, okay, I'm not dealing with that or whatever. But the fact that they want to get into that, even just work around the kids, I know a lot of kids are like, I'm not doing that or whatever and stuff like that. But your kids are like, not only they working, they making their money, but it's something I'm sure that they love. Yeah. So I definitely commend you. Like you've been through your stuff and everything, but these kids are like, yo, we doing this. We're doing this with our parents. And I have to say, you and your wife Tracy, Tracy. Okay. I don't want to mess no names up because I don't want her calling. I don't want no Facebook posts and stuff like, mess my name up one time. Yeah. We need to have a conversation, family.
And who's Shaniqua, by the way?
So no, we're not gonna do that, but I definitely commend both of y'all for doing what you're doing. And you, are you married now? Or
Yeah. I'm married. I'm currently married, but we separated right now.
Okay.
And
stuff happens.
Yeah, stuff happens.
Stuff happens, but
2 kids.
Leave it in God's hands and it'll work itself out. There we go. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
So I definitely commend both of y'all because being some young man that's, it's like that's something that you normally would not do. You know, but you're giving back so much, and you don't even realize. Now I have to say this: you're giving back more than you're thinking. You know, and we, you know, things that we do, because I work with kids too, I mentor and all that, and you never really see it. Now you've seen a little bit of it when the young man wanted to be you.
Yeah.
But we don't know how many, like, so many kids we touch, even when they're older. Like one young kid, he was like 12 when I met him and stuff. He's like 30 now. He's an aircraft mechanic.
Wow.
You know, they fly him all over. Just to him calling me like on Father's Day or my birthday or whatever is big to me.
That's powerful.
You know, because it's been years and stuff, and I, you know, for him to like, hey, what's up, man? You know, we gotta get together, this and that. You know, so those little things you see the kids, you know, as you was kind of lead them in the right path.
Yeah.
I do it with like a few kids. Y'all are doing it major. It's major. And so that's hectic. It's a lot of time, mental stress, but y'all doing it, and I commend y'all so much with that, because I know I would just be, you know, pulling my hair out and stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
It's tough.
You did.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
Because you're also dealing with parents.
Right.
And so so the saying is, when people say to me, yo, Malik, man, you know, you own your own business, man. You know, you your own boss. And I say to them, I say, well, if I have 300 people 300 clients, parents riding my buses, I have 300 bosses. If I have 150 kids in my programs, right? I have 150, maybe 300.
Yeah, the double parents, yeah.
Bosses.
That's the best way to think about it.
So I work for them.
Yeah, it's a community service business.
And trust me, they got demands.
Yeah. Especially when it's us, because I tend to realize in this business, they have more demands for people of color that's running this business, as opposed to someone else that, of course, like a Caucasian person.
That's true.
Right.
You know? So we the ones that really get, you know, the fire when it comes to servicing people of our own kind.
Because they feel they can say things to us.
Right.
Okay.
That they wouldn't say
Do
to somebody else.
Do you feel like you targeted more and stuff? Because, you know, my thought process being a black-owned business, especially some young brothers and stuff, there's always somebody looking for one little fault. Hold on a second. Mr. DJ, can you turn that down a little bit there? Thank you, because I like that song. So it got to the part that I like and stuff. That's probably one of his mixes he's gonna do a song with or something. But it's like they're looking for fault, you know, and you got to be on your P's and Q's.
Yeah.
That's why I love when you said you go look on their Facebook or whatever and stuff, because I would even look at the parents, see what's going on in their household, you know, because the kid is coming some type of way and stuff, and you want to help the kid out, and you know, you gotta, don't touch my kid, or don't you be telling him this, or whatever, you know, or don't feed him or whatever. The kid is hungry. You know, I mean, we as parents and stuff, we struggle at times or whatever. Everybody's been through a struggle. Nobody said they had it perfect the whole time. We all struggle where we didn't have nothing to eat. You know, you make sure the kids eat or whatever and stuff. So we all been there. But a lot of parents, there's a lot of kids being parents. Right. And they want their kid to be their friend. And that's why we see all these discussing videos on. You know, another reason why you should check the social media. Because there was a video, and I just want to, you know, being that y'all deal with kids, I definitely got to touch base on this. There was a little kid, she had to be like 4, if not younger. And she was like basically popping it, and the adults are throwing money on her.
Wow.
You know, they're making it rain.
Wow.
And I was like, first, I got
sick,
daughters.
man.
I got 3 daughters.
That's sick.
And I was like, where are you at in your head that you think that's okay? You know? But then you got the kids, I mean, and it goes into, you know, when y'all are, you know, dealing with the kids and stuff, and you see some kids doing some inappropriate stuff or like saying inappropriate stuff, you know, it's like this is what they learn at home. How do y'all handle that?
I mean, in cases like that, you know, I mean, I had some children that was that have done, well, tried to do inappropriate stuff at the center. In cases like that, I had to make, for one instance, I had to make a decision to terminate that child's enrollment at the program. and it got to a point where I had a teacher to record, because I had to have proof. So I had a teacher kind of like record what the child was doing, because this was something where it was looking to kind of harm other children.
Right.
So I brought the parents in and actually showed them a video. It wasn't negotiable to have this child continuously be in the program. So I had to make a decision. And of course, the parent didn't like the decision. And what's funny was when the parent proceeded to leave the center with the child, she was packing the child's stuff from the cubby.
Right.
And the sister was there. The sister was like maybe about 9, and the child was like, I believe, 3 or 4.
Right.
And the sister asks, "Mommy, why are you taking his stuff out the cubby? And is he coming back?" And the parent responded to her daughter and said, "Oh, he's not coming back." The sister responded, he got kicked out again?" So that basically means that I just took on somebody else's problem.
Right.
But I didn't know. Sometimes you have to make those decisions.
Right. I mean, that's clearly understandable.
Right. Because now other children might get harmed, because this child was really doing some inappropriate harm.
Sometimes it's learning lessons too.
Right. I definitely understand that.
You have to, it's a teachable moment, because I find that the kids are around us in a lot of cases as much, or if not more, than they're around their parents.
Exactly.
You figure our hours are 7 to 6.
Yeah.
You got parents waiting for us to open and getting there just before we close. You figure they go home a couple hours, the kid is in bed 9 o'clock. And then some of them work on weekends. You do the math.
Yeah.
They're around us
Spend more time with us.
And that's why you got to be on point. And I love the way that you run your program, and even doing a daycare. I just think it's extremely hard. And it was funny you said that story, because I know someone who teaches pre-K. And it's a funny story, but I feel she corrected it the right way, because she had the kids and they was playing dominoes, but they was doing a little counting game. All it was like, you match the 4 to the 1, what's that? And that's all he was doing. So one of the little boys, I guess it got good to him, and he picked one up and slammed it on the table like, "Dominoes, MF." Well, he actually said it. And she turned around like, "What?" And she's like, "Come here, let me holler at you," and stuff. And then she explained it to him. But the problem was, it wasn't a problem, it's the way she handled it was perfect. So she waited till the parent came, the mother, and then she said like, she explained to her what happened or whatever, and she was like, "Oh my God, he was watching his father play dominoes again." But you gotta watch what you say, because these kids are sponges.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why it's so important for brothers like yourself, anybody who deals with pre-K, who deals with young kids or whatever. It's important that you always be careful what you're doing. And to keep doing what y'all doing and stuff, you're doing it.
Yeah.
You're doing it and stuff like that. Ain't nobody been to jail, ain't nobody died or whatever and stuff. So that's the major thing.
Yeah.
But being that
and they're watching us too.
Extremely. You really got to be careful with stuff. You got to be careful what you're putting on your phone, because a kid might look at your phone like, "Why is he looking at that?" Or, stuff like that. So you got to be really careful. Now let me ask you a question, because y'all both deal with young kids, especially you. When I was stationed in Oklahoma, and this true story, and it's kind of funny, I was going to use this on another day, but I went to the club, met this girl or whatever and stuff. So I was like, we talking or whatever, getting our drink on. And then she's like, "Would you like to come over?" I'm like, "Sure, no problem." So we get in the car, we pull up to this facility, and that's about like 2:30 in the morning. We pull up to this facility, and I was like, and it's like cars are just coming. There's like about 50 cars outside coming to this facility. And I was like, it's 2:30 in the morning, what's going on? Why are we here? You live in a factory or something? What's going on? It was a 24-hour daycare. I have never seen that before.
Yeah.
Oh, they still got those.
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
They got
in our
those out of
neighborhood.
state, yeah. Out of state,
In
they have
our
those too.
neighborhood.
They do?
Yeah.
Who?
I'm not gonna, for the reasons for the kids being.
Yeah,
there,
okay,
but,
I'll give you that. I'll give you
you
that.
know,
We were talking about that off
they,
air.
They got them in our neighborhood.
Seriously,
Yeah.
I've never seen that, and all I kept thinking about, whoever thought about that, is making some serious money.
Good
you know, because
money.
most of
And they got
exactly.
some serious headaches
They
too.
got some, well,
Because
then
you
it-
never get a break.
you never get a break. A lot of times, you know, the kids at that time, they sleeping,
Exactly.
you know. But sometimes, like he said, you never get a break.
Never
you know?
get a break.
But somebody got to do the job, because keep in mind, there's people that go out, there's people that have mothers that have stripping jobs, and they work at the airport, you know, things of that nature. So hey, listen.
You couldn't just say like they work at night, man. You went directly to that.
Listen, I got some at my centers, because when they pay with all those singles, we just be like, okay.
And we know where this single, man.
And some of the singles be dirty.
Well, we know where that single, man.
And so I've literally had to say,
Oh my God.
I've literally had to have a conversation, Mom. Can you do me a favor? And just before you leave work, just cash in and bring some bigger bills. I've had to do it because you can't pay $600 and something tuition in singles. You know, we got stacks like
Get
this.
some gloves to count the money.
Yeah. And you look at the bills, and the bills got stories unto themselves. And it don't smell too good either. So I had to have a talk. But money's money. And I'm not judging. You know, as long as you can pay tuition.
Yo, he was like,
yeah.
Yo, what can you say
Yo.
that night?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know how many jokes right there? I'm gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know you want to say something.
Listen,
I'm listening.
There's people who, when they come to the center to register and they walk out, some of the staff be like, you know who that is? She's an Instagram star.
Yo, I saw her. I mean, yeah, I know who she is.
Yeah, she be on Instagram and she got this many followers, and she's a big time stripper, and then she stripped for Rick Ross and private dances and all this, and I just be like,
she making her money.
What's that Instagram name?
Listen, she making her money, and
I really don't.
And she paying her bills.
And guess what?
Listen.
So, but guess what? When I have to talk to them about situations with their child, I talk to them just as like I talk to the sister who's, you know, an executive at Coca-Cola, right? Because their money is their money.
That's right.
And so it's with respect. I don't, you know, because that's all a part of being an owner.
And believe it or not, them parents be the best parents.
I'm not the listen, I tell my staff this all the time. We are not the morality judges.
That's right.
We are here to do a job.
Yeah.
And stop judging people based on where they're at. All right, so you might have a young girl who welfare pays for her child to come there.
Right.
She gets just as much respect as that sister that pulls up in her corporate suits in her Audi truck.
right.
That I agree with.
That's right.
I'm just saying it's funny they're coming in with the tipping money.
Oh,
You know-
well.
you
Hey,
know,
money's money.
I understand that,
Hey,
but
listen.
he didn't have to take it that
But
far.
Well,
at least
listen.
they're keeping it real. They
Listen.
paying their bills how they
Yeah.
gotta pay their bills, and
Yeah.
they're doing it. Listen, if they made an honest day's work doing what they do,
Yo.
and got that money, they paying it.
They paying it. But you know what it is with black people in particular? We're sometimes the harshest critics,
We are.
right?
Yeah.
And so I have to get my staff in the mindset of we are running the business here. You save the judger, because what'll happen is they'll go, oh, she get on my nerves, right? So then it goes from that to now if she asks a question about something, hey, you know, my daughter came home and she didn't have her sweater in her bag.
Right.
And then the response to her, why is the response to her different? Because she pays with singles. No, I want her treated just like, because why she might tell some of the other girls that pay with singles,
That's true.
and now we got a full
Girl, I
center.
got some place where you can take your kid
That's
if you
true.
want to get some money for the night.
I'm not talking about the morality of it, though, because I think everybody, if, you know, times are hard and people got to do what they got to do. She's
Right.
probably putting herself through college and taking care of a kid. You know, dad ain't doing what he's supposed to do, or this and that.
Ain't gotta
It's
do-
understandable.
nothing to
It's
do with
understandable,
that. She
true.
just
and stuff.
doing
You
what
got to
she
do what
doing
you
to
got to
make
do
her
until you
money.
get to where you got to
That's
get.
right.
I'm just laughing at the fact coming in with $100 bills and stuff. Your bill is like 600 something. Okay,
1, 2, 3, 4.
bring it stack.
six,
Oh
7,
snap.
8, 9, 10. Hold on, let me straighten this out for you.
Yeah, they're all crinkled up and stuff.
No, but I understand, though.
Trust me, it's
I
all there.
understand. Yeah, right. Trust me, it's on.
Because you know you don't want to count it all, so you're like, all right.
You're like 10 short. Oh, hold on. Yo.
That's deep.
But you know what? It's
That's
real,
deep.
and you know what? I don't pass no judgment on them for, making their money, man. Doing it how you gotta do it. Don't hate. Participate in the game if you feel that way.
And you know what it is? I watched businesses go under.
Yeah.
Because the employees of the business, they get too much into the character of the customers who are coming there, and they forget that their primary purpose is to run a business.
Right.
Somebody moving.
That's me. I slept on.
Every week.
He told Rachel I was going to do this, and so I said, no, I'm not.
Every week.
Rachel, don't laugh at that.
She laughing too.
Yo, I forgot she was out there. Rachel, don't listen to this. No, but okay. It was just jokes I was thinking about and stuff. I'm gonna use later on. But
it's funny, but you know what? It's real.
It's real. It's real because you got it.
But like Dollar Bill said, it's real in the battlefield.
Yes, and they got to do what they got to do. I mean, everybody's not born with a silver spoon. Life hits us where it hits us.
Yeah.
So when it comes to a kid, if you have to do what you got to do it, I'm all for it.
Right.
Because that kid comes first. That kid didn't ask to be here. So.
And some women, even if they don't have kids, they do it just to make their money. You got it. Okay, it is what it is. Somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody got to watch.
Somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to throw the
somebody got to throw the dollars. I'm throwing quarters. Times are hard.
Hey, listen.
Damn.
Quarters make dollars. About 4 of them, that's $1 right there.
Would you get kicked out?
No, you
I don't know.
You
But
gonna
I
turn
have
down money?
seen-
You gonna turn down money?
No, but
No.
But can you?
Yes.
I think they might kick you out.
No, they'll kick you out.
You
But
gonna
when I was
turn
in
down money?
when I was in
quarters at
Vegas,
the stage?
I've never seen that before.
no, it can happen. When I was stationed, I'm not stationed, but when I lived in Vegas,
that's $10 right there.
true story. When I was living in Vegas, I went with a group of guys and stuff, investors and stuff, and we was hanging out. They wanted to go to the thing. I was like, all right, let's go. We was in there. One guy got so drunk, he was just standing in the back. He was hollering, and he was
see, you trying
clocking
to
his
hurt
girls.
them.
I was like, yo, is nobody going to say nothing to this dude?
Different.
New York City.
Once they realized who it was,
They hemming you up.
Yeah. Once he realized who it was, then they got him out of there. But it was just, I was like, yo, where is your mind at that you want to hit somebody in the head with a quarter?
So they wanted to go?
Huh?
They wanted to go.
What?
They wanted to go?
Yeah.
You didn't want to go?
I gotta do what they doing.
You didn't want to go?
I have to do what they doing.
Okay.
I
win.
Business, right?
Yeah.
It would have been inappropriate
Front
not
row.
to go.
Yo.
Quarters and all.
I gotta make sure they up there.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. We ain't going for the heck of it.
Hey, man.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, that's what I used to say.
Yeah, okay, but I don't know how we got the kids to talking about strippers, but let's get, dancers.
Dancers.
Yeah, dancers.
Parents.
Professional.
Exotic
Professional.
dancers. Professional
exotic
dancers.
dancers.
Hey, it is what it is.
Well, I mean, that's their profession.
Yeah, you do what you gotta
They
do.
may
and
have an
stuff.
exotic look and they dance.
Somehow we need to get back on track.
Kids.
Yeah.
Because, these are the kid people and stuff. They were right with me on this. They started it, though. So we're going to get back on track.
I was talking about how to keep. I was talking about
business, dog.
how to treat people correctly that come to
You
the
the ones
business.
that are coming in with the singles after they tip out. So, no. Could you tip out before you come here, please? I would like
Can you
20
cash out, come up with some bigger bills that are clean?
in
No,
a
but I
clean
understand
bag.
what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
understandable.
understand where
Yeah.
you're going with it.
All jokes aside and stuff, it's like, you're going to take the money regardless anyway.
No doubt.
But
No doubt.
you would prefer like a cashier's check or, we don't do checks.
Cashier's check.
Yeah, 24-hour bank.
Money order.
Money order.
Money orders, yeah.
7-Eleven.
They can do that.
Money order check.
But you ain't got to pay for that.
Not
So
a check,
spending
never a
It's
check.
spending money to spend money.
At some point, when you run in this business, you tend to trust your parents, your
If you've been
customers.
there for a minute.
Yeah.
You got to
and then-
take different forms.
And you got to take different
Right,
forms.
I totally
yeah.
agree with that. What, now since we're here, what was the funniest thing that ever happened at the daycare? See, he's already laughing now, so we're already there. We already talked about this after school. We talked about TM. So we're there now.
What was one of the
See, if you didn't answer the
funniest
question in
things?
the beginning, you would be here.
Wow.
Come on, Jeff.
I'm trying to think.
I think it was a child telling us something that happened at home.
Okay.
That the parents didn't want us to know.
Okay. I see what else going.
That kid should have kept his mouth closed.
Kids,
yeah.
Boy,
and the
I ain't never
parent,
taking you with
the
me
parent
nowhere.
coming right in.
While the parent
And
was
we're all,
you know what
we're
was
all
funny?
sitting there like, and when the parent walked out, that was very funny.
This was what's funny. I mean, the funniest thing.
Basically, the child had said, Daddy hasn't been home all weekend. Because Daddy and Mommy had a fight. Yo. Because Daddy thinks Mommy has a man. And he's asking Mommy why Mommy always want to go out with her friends. And we sitting there like, oh yeah, yeah. And she was saying, and told the whole thing.
How Mommy
he
look.
said to this one, to that one, this one, and then Mommy comes in. Hey guys, how you doing?
No, how you doing?
That's crazy.
What you doing tonight?
I had to pick them
this
up
weekend
because the father usually comes to pick up the child. So she came. We was like, oh, so I was just, I took off today, so I had to come pick him up, not knowing that we know why you coming to pick him up.
Man.
That's crazy.
So that was funny.
That's crazy.
What about yours, Jeff?
I mean,
you didn't take off today. Hey, you took
no,
off.
this was not only funny, but it was strange. Is that I remember Malik used to always say, I don't know. I don't know if it was a coincidence or it just meant to happen. During the process, the interviewing process, I always, of course, look at the Facebook pages and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Just to do the screening process before I hire the teacher. But I don't know, with this business, man, looks is everything. You know, it's not like I'm trying to hire only very attractive teachers. It just tend to
listen. I hear
happen.
It just tend to happen.
I hear
It's not like I'm trying to hire teachers with
more
nice,
fathers coming
nice
to PTA
bodies,
meetings.
Yeah.
It tends to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say I had just a school filled with very attractive teachers.
Yes, you did.
You know?
And they said something to you about it.
The crazy thing about it is sometimes you just can't resist. I mean, mommy, daddy drops off. Sometimes daddy drops off. I just started seeing more daddies dropping off than mommies. And you kind of figure why.
I'll go get Tyreek.
What time you get out of school today?
Daddy's sleeping. Mommy get ready. Hold on. I'll go get Tyreek.
Right.
Well, why are you taking the shower and put cologne on just to go pick it up?
So I decided, because things got so busy at the center, so I decided to hire an assistant. So when I hired this assistant, she was Hispanic and she was very attractive.
Mm-hmm.
I used to come in to the center, and when I go into the office, by the time I get there, she's gone. And I used to always see like balloons and flowers on the desk and stuff like that, because she made it like home. So at first I didn't say anything, but it just started growing. The room just started looking like a room,
botanical garden.
Botanical garden. Flowers, edible arrangements everywhere. So one of the teachers decided to tell me, at first I said, where's my flowers? And nobody's sending me nothing, So one of the teachers decided to tell me that, she has your assistant has several admirers. The reason why she kept things in the desk in the office is only because, of course, she didn't want to take things home because she has a man at home. So one day, I decided to come to the center early, and I'm coming down the block, and I pull over to park, and I see her crossing the street. But before she went into Burger King to get something to eat for breakfast, she went into one of the parents' car. So basically, one of the parents, the father's, was across the street because he didn't want to make it too obvious, because I think that was the one that was the most popular that was coming back and forth to drop off Tyreek. So he decided to kind of be
Tyreek on time.
Yeah, Chronicles of
exactly. So he decided to just wait across the street now. He drops off, and then he goes across the street, and she jumps in the car with him and just sit down and I'm sitting there and I'm just watching it. Then she gets out the car, she goes into Burger King, get her breakfast, and cross back over. At some point, mommy caught on to that. So it got ugly. That was funny.
Okay. We'll talk about that in 20 minutes.
Off the
air. Because you see stuff about to happen and you're like, I know how this, I've seen this movie before.
I saw it's gonna play out. I knew it was gonna play out.
A woman's intuition.
I knew it was
my
gonna play out.
wife knows, and I don't even be knowing. She be like, she like you. So you better watch yourself with her. I be like, what are you talking about? They're like, yeah. So I'm like, what are you? You know, that parent or whatever it is. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm just, you know, she's like, well, I'm telling you.
Or they see you talk. What that girl say to you?
Yeah, they got spidey senses for real.
He said spidey senses. No, but it goes back. The reason why I asked that, because that's interesting. But the reason, because kids listen and watch everything.
Everything.
You know, and it's funny to me
And
and stuff,
repeat.
because it makes me think of the story of my oldest daughter when she was like, I think she was like first or second grade or whatever. And she was staying with me for the weekend. And her mother was coming to pick her up because her mother had to go do something or whatever. So Sunday, I went to the club Saturday night. You know, did a little too much, but it is what it is. But I met this girl. So my daughter was sitting at the table, you know, she's finishing up her homework, not thinking she's listening to me. So I'm not saying anything bad, but I was like, yo, you know, I'd like to get together with you again, blah, blah, blah. You know, we're talking or whatever. Hung up the phone. So my daughter's doing the things like, Dad. I'm like, what's up? She's like, who's that? Was that mommy? I was like, no. She's like, that's your girlfriend? I was like, no, I don't have a girlfriend. She's like, oh, that's your friend? I'm like, yeah. She's like, you gonna keep seeing her? I was like, I just met her last night. She's like, oh, okay. Okay. So you like her? I said, well, I think I do. I would like to get to know her. She's like, okay. Is she cute? And I was like, yeah, she's very cute. She's like, cuter than mommy? Now I'm stuck. Now I'm stuck. Right?
Yeah, that's why we ain't together.
I would never degrade her. Oh, snap.
Yeah, she cuter.
That's another story. But, you know, that's another story. I'm not even getting into that. So I had to think about it because I'm not going to say nothing negative about my moms and stuff. So I had to think real quick. I said, you know, nobody's cuter than your mother in your eyes. That's how it's always going to be. She's like,
See, that's a good answer. In your eyes.
Yeah, I had to.
Right.
So then I'm in a situation where she's like, oh, okay. And she goes, you know, writing or whatever and stuff. Like nothing never happened. Her mother comes get her. So I'm walking to the train. And all of a sudden, she was like, we just got around the corner. And she was like, Mommy, Daddy got a girlfriend. And he likes her. But he said she's not cuter than you. Wow. And her mother was like, head was all big. And then she comes back. He said, in my eyes. And you talk about the face I got. I was saying, why are you laughing, Rochelle?
What you gonna have to say though?
But I had, you know, but I was like, she's not supposed to tell. You know, she messed up the daddy. You know what? I'm done with her.
Set up.
I'm done with her.
You definitely got set up.
The giggles are serious back there.
Well, look, what else your daddy be doing when you with him?
Not really. But
you know she the spy.
Yeah, but you know, like I had to deal with that and stuff. Like, you got a man, but still, you know, it all boils down to is what y'all do. You know, you got to be very careful, and it's and then you get to watch a lot of funny stuff. You know, so
the kids are the funniest.
Yeah,
They do some funny stuff with that.
You know, even though it's stressful and stuff like that. I mean, I would love to be in your position. I've been sitting at the window. This is going to be interesting. You know, but you know, you get a lot of fun with it. But you know. It's a lot of work and it's stressful. Yeah. So you really got to find it. And again, I can't say it enough how much I commend y'all for what y'all do. I commend you, you know, starting the company, changing your life around. You got my man Jeff on board who's watching chicks get ready to tear stuff up. You know, but working with kids are hard. And then I commend y'all like, you know, your podcast. Yeah. You know, I wanted to get into that, but you know, you kind of messed my flow up. But, you know. Let me do my thing, because you know you're coming back. But, you know, like, even just wanting to have those conversations and doing what you're doing and stuff, you know, I think, you know, like you said, I think you should do it a lot more. Definitely. Yeah. Whenever you got the time, if y'all chilling and stuff like that, let's do the podcast. And then just blast it and stuff, you know. Because I think people need to hear from a young brother's perspective of what y'all do and what y'all thinking. And I don't think enough young brothers do that. You know, you see the older gentlemen like myself or whatever, but y'all some young brothers that's doing some major stuff. and I think they should hear y'all a lot more. You know, so definitely please keep that in mind.
No doubt,
I'll definitely
man.
be following you and stuff, but it's very
doubt.
important that y'all keep that up. You know, keep doing your business and everything. You know, and if somebody wanted to find your information or want to know about your school or whatever and stuff, how could they, you know, find it?
Sure. Well, the schools, laughandlearnplace.com, the laughandlearnplace.com, located in Laurelton, Queens. The bus companies, Tracy and Malik's Bus, as you see one of the hats, Cheese Bus Inc., and the podcast, convoswithmalik.com, convoswithmalik.com. You can like our Facebook page at Conversations with Malik, Instagram at Con W Malik, and listen, if you just go on our website, it has all the links, people to all our social media,
Past and current episodes.
Yep. You know, YouTube videos, you know, our bios about us, and you know, we're very transparent. And we listen. It's amazing because I was looking and we got almost 70 shows that we've done.
And we just started this as well, you know.
And so you figure we just launched in January, man. And so, you know, we were doing the interview last night with a guy. We was up until 11 o'clock at night. So, you know, it's been a blessing. It's kind of, like you said, it's turned into a little more than I expected, because I got like 4 books to read. I got people who want to come on the show, so we want to read the books. So when they come on, I know about the book.
That's the rough part about doing this and stuff.
Oh my goodness.
That's why you schedule those people very far from each other. Believe I'm telling you from practice. Just very far. You can't read no 3 books in a week.
Okay.
It's tough. It's tough.
It's very tough. I mean, you can do it. Like I had Tashira Simmons, DMX wife. She wrote a book. It was deep. I read that in a couple hours.
Okay.
It was that good.
Right.
I heard about her book too.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for part 2.
Yeah, she put a lot of stuff in there about what they was going through.
And this was when she was doing the reality show, the marriage camp or whatever. That's what her and DMX was doing that stuff. That book was like, woo!
Pretty deep.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a lot of work. Especially you got to research people.
You got to research people.
And so the days you go to work, do what you got to do, then it's like, oh, we got an interview Friday, or we got an interview on Monday, and then we got to get current events. We got to put, because we got like guess this on the show where you got to guess something, so it could be like an old movie or whatever it was, and then we have like things people should know. So we gotta, and so it's work. Man.
Now, is it Conversations with Malik or Convo with Malik?
Conversations with
There we
Malik.
go, because you said Convo before.
I mean, sometimes we shorten it out, you know, and people can find us as Combos with Malik as well.
Yeah, because the website is either one you put in. If you put in Conversations with Malik, it goes to the site. If you put in Convos with Malik, it still goes to the site.
I just want to, you know, say that, you know, to let people know I do know stuff.
No doubt.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get my own shine. You know, I'm just saying it. And Jeff, how can they find you?
Yo, they can find me Conversations with Malik as well. You know, our email jeffjoes@gmail.com. And I breed this. This is what I do, and you
got your Instagram up? Yeah?
Instagram, Jeff Joes.
So everything's Jeff Joes.
Everything's Jeff
Google
Joes.
Jeff Joes.
Jeff Joes.
Now watch this. Sure enough. Watch this. This is gonna be funny. What was the first rap you did?
First rap?
Of your own. What was your first verse? 'Cause I know you got it in you.
Wow, you talking about back in the 90s, like
95. Everybody remembers their first rap.
The first rap.
Come on.
I had Paris up here. Come on
Let's go.
now.
Spit.
I had Kango Kid up here.
Spit.
Come on now. Everybody knows their first
Spit.
rap.
And you like family too, Kango.
Spit, kid.
Yeah, the first rap. Damn, man.
trying to figure out what
you caught me on that one.
I know. I've been holding that one since the beginning of the show.
You caught me on that one, man, because that's
one of the first ones.
That's real far back, man. By the way, I was in a group called Dirty Slangs like years ago. I came up with, you know, Shaw Money from Teamwork and G Unit and all those guys. Damn, my first rap. I'm so out of it right now in terms of hip hop.
I know.
You know. He
got it.
Now watch you
He
be
got-
like in the
you got
car,
me
like,
on that.
yeah, my gun go off like.
I should have. This is his opportunity.
I know.
You never know.
You might get
He might have
found, man.
spit something.
I don't know, man.
He might have spit something.
That's 2 daycares right now.
You got me on that one. You got me on that one. Because it came out my blood for years, man. Because remember, I came from, working at, ASCAP, the music industry. I worked for ASCAP. Then prior to that, I worked at EMI and Koch Entertainment.
What was your rap name?
Kesmenis.
Who's spelling that, man?
Kezzz. Menace.
Kesmenis. That's kind of hot, though.
Kesmenis, yeah.
So Kesmenis,
Dirty Slang.
you can't remember a Kesmenis rap?
I can't remember.
Not one?
I'm sitting here. I'm
You
still
like
not
you got
one
minutes
verse?
at the end of it.
I'm still. I mean, and we was this close too. Had meetings with Harv Pierre. Very, very, very close to getting on. But like you said in the beginning of the show, it's like being destined. Like some of us wasn't just destined, And
Yo, you like you had something to fall back on, Chief.
I mean, I had the
when
business.
your first rhyme,
I had
man?
the business aspect to fall back on, and then from that point, it's just that.
Okay, let's make it easy for you. How old was the first kid that came into your program?
2.
Boy or girl?
Boy.
Still with the program?
Nah, he been graduated.
Oh,
Graduated, left the program years ago.
okay.
And I remember his name too.
I didn't know if you wanted. I didn't know his name. I was gonna go that route, but I didn't want to put his name out there. Okay. What did you do with your first dollar when you got it? Took it back to strip club?
No, actually, my first $20 bill, it was $20. I held it for like 10 years.
Okay.
I had it for a long time.
All right, dude.
But I still keep $20 in whatever car that I drive. I keep $20 in there because if you keep $20, you never go broke.
Right. Especially after everybody done tipped in. So we'd be good there. That's that tipping money that you got.
I knew.
Come on, man. You got to let me to it, man.
I knew. Listen.
All right.
Listen,
We're going to call it a night. And we got my man Malik Turnage, my man Jeff Jones.
Yes,
Please
sir.
help these brothers out. Summertime is coming. These are some men that you really might want to talk to. I know you got some summer programs going along or whatever stuff. So please contact. Check out my Facebook, Dre's house. Check out a few other things. Definitely.
Summertime is here.
Summertime is here.
It's June 20th.
Oh, that's right.
Today's first day of summer.
All right, y'all get y'all kids together. We got to do something with these kids. We can't have them running the streets.
Put
Too
them
much
in
stuff
camps.
happening. Yeah, please put these kids
Make
in
sure
camps.
they in the house
It's
early.
what's the name of your camp? City of Refuge. That's another one that you should check out. So make sure you look up Malik Turnage. Conversations with Malik.
Yes, sir.
Wow, why y'all
we gonna
really
check
doing
that
that? Y'all really intimidating that?
Bus service.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's gonna come up. All right. See, I put people together.
There you
that's
go.
that's what we do there.
AC buses, nice buses.
Okay.
They going high.
You know, it's
She
the finest
giggling
thing.
over there.
No, believe me, you do not want to haggle with that one. Trust me. You have to like, how do we give her a bus for free? I'm telling you,
she's that good?
She's that good. She's that person.
Party buses?
Party buses. Really?
Well, you said buses. Huh?
School buses, man, for the kids.
Okay, well,
Cheese
got
bus.
party
Cheese
See,
buses.
You see what I'm
Cheese
doing?
bus.
See, you see where he's at, right?
Listen.
Literally named
Money in
Cheese
that,
Bus.
too.
Huh?
Look us up. Cheese Bus Inc.
Cheese bus.
Cheese Bus Inc.
Yeah, look that up, definitely. All right, we're going to close it. We're going to let my man DJ Sure Enough rock out. Make sure you check us out this Friday. We will be back 8 to 10, rocking out. Hopefully.
DJ Stitches.
Yeah, hopefully we have him in. We're going to
got
introduce him. Okay, because I called him today. We're going to introduce him
I
as
went over there yesterday.
the other half of the Turn Up Brothers. We're going to be rocking out. Your battery made it. So, DJ Sure Enough, do your thing. Jeff Jones,
Yes, sir.
Malik Turnage, y'all make sure y'all follow these young men.
Yes, sir.
And it's said exactly as we say it. That's how you spell it. So that's how we're going to do it. We'll
That's
see
right.
y'all on the next round.
Peace, Dawn Michelle.
Oh, hold on. Turn it down. Shout out Dawn Michelle. Thanks for the hookup. Thanks for everything you're
Dawn
doing right now.
Michelle.
Dawn
I'm
Michelle.
proud of it, what you're doing now. You know how it is. We'll
Dawn
holler at
Michelle,
you.
baby.
Now go.
don't gotta sell it, cause it's already sold. And you don't gotta roll one, cause it's already rolled. Check out my technique, just weed, let it fold. I've been smoking since I was 14 years old. I had a dime who never smoked blunts, just bowls. Taught me how to blow O's, inhale through my nose. So if you see me smoking, don't blow my high. So hour one and we both gon' fly. You smell it all in my clothes, I'm taking in all the smoke when I
French inhale. I like the way you French inhale. Do it again, French inhale. I like the way you French inhale. Do it again.
I take it to the face, inhale it through my nose. Blowing with the homies on the low, man. These it crack a lack, peel it back. What you call a Mac who crack a lab? Like that, a cracker jack. I'm like a florist, touring like a tourist. Godzilla flying on a Pegasaurus. Know about it, even before I pull it out. I put some fire on it, and now they begging me to put it out. I'm in the hallway, rolling on the purple psych. I know the ins and outs, so I'ma do what the fuck I like.
Inhale. I like the way you French inhale. Do it again, French inhale. I like the way you French inhale. Do it again.
Baby, let me explain to you what I'm saying.
What you saying?
It's not even like that.
It wasn't like that, but I saw you.
Baby, I don't love her.
You don't love me? You know what? I don't even want to talk to you. She
don't mean nothing to me.
I don't want to see your face.
She was just telling
I just want to see you walking through that door. There ain't nothing else to say.
Why we gotta do it like this? Baby, damn.
Coming home late, it seems you barely beat the sun. Tapping my shoulder, thinking you gon' get you some. Smelling like some fragrance that I don't even wear. So if you want some loving, I suggest you go back there where you came from. Day to day with you is always something else. Working my nerve, God knows that I don't deserve what you put me through. Cause I've been so true to you. For you to come at me with another lame excuse. See, I heard it all before. All of your lies, all of your sweet talk.